Welcome back, students. We are on our third chapter, Understanding Quadrilaterals. In last video, we saw some types of quadrilaterals, which included trapezium and its properties, kite and its properties. In this video, we will see some specific types of parallelogram and their properties. One is rhombus, second is rectangle, and third is square. Let's get started. We know parallelogram is a quadrilateral whose both pairs of opposite sides are parallel and equal in measure. Now, this rhombus is a kind of parallelogram where all four sides are equal in length. Alright, so what we have learnt is, if this is A, B, C, D, then for a rhombus, AB equal to BC, BC equal to CD. These two statements are enough. Adjacent sides are equal. AC and BD, two diagonals of rhombus, are meeting inside this rhombus at point O. Now we know diagonals of parallelogram bisect each other. That means OD and OB are equal and AO and OC are equal. Now concentrate on these two triangles AOD and DOC. These two triangles. Sides AO and OC are equal. This side OD is common and side AD and DC are equal. In triangles AOD and COD, AO is equal to OD because diagonals of parallelogram bisect each other. OD is equal to OD because it's common to both the triangles. And side AD is equal to DC because they are adjacent sides of a rhombus. Now we can see that triangles AOD, this triangle is congruent to triangle COD by SSS criterion for congruency. Right? So now these two triangles are congruent. That means angle AOD must be equal to angle COD. How? By CPCT, that is corresponding parts of congruent triangles. So that means that we also know that angle AOD and angle COD are linear because एक ही लाइन में बने हैं. So angle AOD plus angle COD is equal to 180 degree. So both are equal. Both का addition 180 degree है, तो both must be. Therefore angle AOD equal to angle COD, both must be equal to 90 degree. So what we have learned from all this? We have learned that diagonals of a rhombus perpendicularly bisect each other. They are not equal to each other, but they perpendicularly bisect each other. This gives us our next property of rhombus, that is diagonals are perpendicular bisectors of each other. Matlab, if I have this line like this, and this here like this, then this is perpendicularly bisecting, so that means that this equal to this and this equal to this. तो इन दोनों लाइंस के जो एंड पॉइंट्स है, दैट इज this and this, इनको अगर मैंने ज्वाइन कर लिया तो आई विल गेट अ रोम्बस. क्यों? क्योंकि ये एक दूसरे को परपेंडिकुलरली बाइसेक्ट कर रहे हैं और एंड पॉइंट्स जोड़ दिए तो they will look like diagonals of a quadrilateral. एंड पॉइंट्स जोड़ने के बाद क्वाड्रिलैटरल कौन सा क्वाड्रिलैटरल हो जाएगा फिर ये? इट विल बी अ रोम्बस. नाउ लुक एट दीज टू फिगर्स वेरी क्लोजली. दिस इज अ काइट and this is a rhombus. So this one is kite and this one is rhombus. But we do not only trust our vision. What we'll do is we'll see which are the properties that will help us prove this. First thing that we notice is rhombus has all the sides equal and a kite has only these two sides equal to each other and these two sides equal to each other. Also, rhombus is a parallelogram. That means these two sides are parallel to each other and these two sides are parallel to each other. In kite, there are no parallel sides. None of them are parallel. Okay, so far we have seen two properties. The third is rhombus has perpendicularly bisecting diagonals. That means all of these four angles are 90 degree and this side is equal to this part of diagonal is equal to this part of diagonal and this part of this diagonal is equal to this part of this diagonal. Now in kite you will find that diagonals are perpendicular to each other, but only this diagonal is bisected. That means only this part of diagonal is equal to this. These two are not equal. So the third property is diagonals are perpendicular bisectors in case of rhombus, but diagonals are perpendicular, but only one is bisected for kite. I hope you understood the differences between kite and rhombus. Let's move on to next type of quadrilateral. The third thing that I have written here is all the properties of a parallelogram. This is symbol for parallelogram. This is symbol for perpendicular. And this is symbol for parallel. So let's move on to next type of parallelogram. It is rectangle. A parallelogram whose all four angles are right angles. That is 90 degree. It is called a rectangle. So rectangle has first thing all the properties of parallelogram and then it is specifically all the angles are equal. That is 90 degree. Right here. All the properties of parallelogram, that means these two sides are parallel and equal. And these two sides are parallel and equal. Diagonals bisect each other. Diagonals bisect each other. But here one more thing is that both the diagonals are equal in length. Both the diagonals are equal in length. So what should that mean? All of these parts are equal. This one, this two, 3, 4. All of these four parts are equal. That's it. That's the only difference in parallelogram and rectangle. Let's move on to next type of parallelogram. Next parallelogram is a square. So square has opposite parallel sides, all angles equal, and that is equal to 90 degree, and also it has all these four sides equal. That is, all four angles are equal to 90 degree. Next is all four sides are equal. 1, 2, 3, 4. All four sides are equal. And this last one states that both the diagonals are equal and perpendicular bisectors of each other. That means all of these angles here are 90 degree, and all these parts of diagonals are equal. All four of them. In a rectangle, we had equal diagonals, but they were not perpendicular to each other. In square, diagonals are perpendicular as well. So that's it. That's all the properties of all the quadrilaterals that you'll need to know. Now you can solve all the exercises from NCERT book and NCERT exemplar. Before you do that, make a chart of this type. On one column, you write quadrilateral and diagram. That is, if I have here parallelogram, you draw the diagram and you write all the properties. Okay, so do this for all the quadrilaterals and you will have easy to look at properties at hand in one page. So that's it for quadrilaterals. You can start solving problems. In next video, I'll solve some problems and then the chapter will be over. See you.